Hi there. Thanks for joining me. This is part 2 of the My Little Monster series. You might remember the mummy, the little guy on the left there. Today we're going to be doing Frankenstein. There he is. Isn't he cute? So I'm going to show you how I use the same doll template. Just cut a slice out of the top of his head. I stamped the Frankenstein from the Googly Ghouls stamp set, which is now retired, onto the middle of his chest. Then I used the fine tip of the basic black marker to make a little t-shirt shape, draw in some shorts, some shoes, just nice simple shapes. You can see how I've taken a slice out of the top of his head. I've given him kind of a chubby face. You might like to make yours a more elongated face, like the face on the stamped image. Now I'm bringing in a Stedler template for circles, and I use this with all of my whimsy characters that I draw so that it ensures that their eyes are the same size. You can also go in and draw the pupils with the smaller circles on the circle template. And I got this template from my local art store, but I know you can buy similar things in a stationery store as well. Now I'm drawing in a face that matches the face that's on the stamp. And I'm bringing in some printer paper so I don't smudge my work, because black tends to smudge. So you want to make sure that you keep the rest of your work nice and clean while you're working. Just leaving some light points in the center of his eyes there where the light reflection is coming in, and just coloring in with the brush tip. Now I'm turning him around, and you can see I've sliced off that top of his head there, giving him a nice flat top. Colouring in his hair. And you might need to use your heat tool to dry him so that the black is nice and dry so you can continue working. Giving him some little shoes, again with a tiny point of light in the shoes as a little shine area. You can see there. And now I'm going to start giving him some stripy shorts. So this is really simple drawing, nothing too difficult here. And bringing in some Sahara sand. But before I do that, I'm going to use the fine tip of the marker and draw the little zigzags on the bottom of his t-shirt to mimic what's on the stamp as well. And I'm going to draw some stitching, just some faux stitching, so you can tell that he's wearing an actual t-shirt. Little Frankenstein shirt, and around the base as well, just with a fine tip of the basic black marker. And now I'm going to use Sahara sand for all the shading. Shading around the side of his face, underneath his chin, and I'm imagining again, just like the mummy, that the light is coming from the left-hand side. So the right-hand side is going to be darker, and anything underneath certain areas. The right-hand side will be a shadow. Underneath his shirt is a shadow. Around his eyes is a shadow. And that kind of makes him look a little bit more scary. Pardon me, scary. Just having that shadow around the face. It gives him more a 3D look. Just putting some shadows on the hairline there. Just deepening them up, and then I'm adding an extra shadow line down the right hand side of his shoulder, under his arms, right hand side of his shirt, just darkening it up a little. There he is. Now here's the mummy that I did earlier, and all I need to do to finish off little Frankie is to use some Dazzling Details glitter, and my usual trick with that is to bring in a fine paintbrush and move the glitter right around so that you get a nice flat finish. Drying him off with the heat tool, and there's my two little monsters. Aren't they cute? So here's a close-up of Frankenstein again, and here's a little zombie doll that I made using a same sort of technique. I thought he was kind of cute. I put the little spider from the stamp set on his shirt, and here's the mummy that I made in part 1. So I hope you give those a go. They're a lot of fun for a little guy. So I'll see you again next time. Thanks for stopping by.